My name is Adeem Younis. I'm the founder of the UK's largest Muslim website called singlemuslim.com. And I'm also the chairman and the founder of Penny Peel, which is an international NGO, non-government organisation. It's one of the fastest growing charities in the UK, and we work in over 30 countries worldwide. We're also Guinness World Record holders for the charity as well. And most recently, we've been doing a lot more work domestically here at home. At one time in my kind of business career, I was involved in businesses that were operating 24 hours a day. So I was operating in a daytime environment where I had an agency, a design agency, and then I had a restaurant as well, which was open in the evening, late evening, into early morning. So my challenge was, how do I manage both? How do I keep my foot on this and foot on this as well at the same time? Because they're not even operating in the same time zone, so to speak. One's operating in the 9 to 5 and the other one's operating from 5 to midnight. But I remember vividly having this dream on a number of occasions where actually I'm running and I'm racing against physical objects. So I'm racing against a letterbox, I'm racing against a house, I'm racing against like other objects, in lampposts for example, and I can't move. I'm struggling, and I'm thinking to myself, why am I having this dream? I then realized that actually I'm trying too hard. I'm trying too hard and I'm trying everywhere, and I'm not focusing myself and I'm not really applying myself to the best of my ability. So I came to a little fork in my life where I thought, do I go into the restaurant trade, or do I go into the design agency, digital trade? At that moment in time, the restaurant trade was set up, and there was a lot of money that was coming in, there was cash that was being generated, and it was the easy one, and you could see the profitability there. But the digital side, the online, was something that was my dream and was my passion, and I really wanted to do that. But there was no money in the bank, and it just required more and more. So it was really hard. It was like, what do I do here? Do I keep them both going? But if I thought to myself, if I keep both going, I'm just going to fall flat on my face. It was a dream that was telling me that as well, that you can't operate like this. You cannot work 24 hours a day. And that was a big decision that I had to make, to close the restaurant down and just focus on my kind of like my passion, my love, which was to get my design agency and do what I'm passionate about, even though I knew it was going to be a long, long journey. So I think if there's a secret to success, it's going against the grain. And at that time, I've had many hair-raising moments where it's a gut instinct. It's what you feel inside. It's not what's on a piece of paper. It's not what makes sense financially. Following my passion and really following my dream. And I thought that's what I've got to do, with not a penny to my name, but with a dream and a vision in terms of what I want to achieve. That's the road that I chose. And you have complete faith in God. And you think to yourself, I know what I want to do. I know I can do it, in a naive sense, and not like being too cocky by it. I know I can do it better than the next person, because I believe that and I've got the passion for it. I think it's extremely important to be competitive, and I think you have to be competitive. And I think it's a good trait to have if you're competitive and you're improving quality. You're not just improving quality for yourself, but you're improving quality in your whole entire sector. So if you're improving the bar, for a fact that your competitors, there's certain things that are easy to copy. For example, if I've got a marketing strategy to be on a certain number of buses, that's easy to copy. But there's certain things that they can't copy. There's certain things that in terms of those kind of like real brave moves and those real kind of like positions and what you really believe in. And also what you can't really copy is having good, healthy relationships. No man's an island, and no man or woman can do what they're doing by themselves. So if those relationships are internal or external, they've got to be good relationships, and you've got to be able to trust other people. Trust is one of the biggest things, and you have to be able to trust others. But at the same time, people have got to trust you as well. If you're winning work, and you've got to have that reputation out there that if we give this job to Adeem can deliver. And at the same time, I've got to know is that if I'm giving this job to X, Y, or Z, they've got to deliver for me as well, because it's my name on the job that we're working together on. So that kind of relationships are hugely important, and trust is second to none, really. I always say to the team as well, fail fast. Fail fast, because if you're doing something and it works, carry on doing it. But if you're doing something and it's not working, fail fast, knock it on the head and move on, because ultimately you don't want to be putting good money, good resources, after bad money, after, time and time and time. And if it's really not working, and, believe it or not, most of what I've done and put my hand to it doesn't work, but it just happens that, some of the things that I've done, I've been extremely successful, not just locally, but nationally and internationally. And people are thinking, wow, that's worked. But so many times, so many ideas that I have that don't work. For me, failing and failing fast is hugely important, and I believe I do fail on a daily basis. In fact, I fail more than I succeed. And the people that I like to surround myself with personally are the people that will give me a good kicking, not the people that say, well done Adeem, fantastic, you've done a great job. I surround myself with people that say, Adeem, you didn't do that too well. Adeem, you could have done this. Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do this? Because if I surround myself with people who are saying, excellent, well done, it's not gonna help me improve. It's not gonna help me grow. I see problems all the time, but sometimes in my mind I'm thinking, is that a problem? Is that not a problem? But when somebody says it to me, actually, you've got a problem there, that kind of clarifies that it's not only me that's seen that, but other people are seeing that problem as well. And then it's about working together to fix that, working together to fix those challenges. I actually like hearing people saying to me that that's not being done right. I'd rather go into a meeting and know that we're having problems and know that we're facing challenges. If somebody comes into my business who's new, I don't want them to say to me, Adeem, I'm doing really well, I'm doing fantastic, and I've done this, and I've done this, and I've done this. Because ultimately, as hard it might seem, you're getting paid to do a job, and that's what I expect of you. What I want to hear is I'm having challenges, and I'm having this, and I'm having that, and these are the problems, because those are the challenges that overcoming those is what's going to make you great. Overcoming those challenges is what's going to make you stand out than anybody else. And that's, I guess, what's the difference between somebody who's successful and somebody who's not successful. It's about overcoming challenges, it's about overcoming struggles, and it's about kind of going and pushing yourself through that. Ultimately, we live in a country that gives everybody the same opportunities. I've got the same opportunities as anybody else, and I know that, but it's just a matter of how strongly and passionately I believe on those opportunities, and how much I really embrace those opportunities, and how much I can make out of those opportunities. And that's what sets me aside from the next person. So it's not about failing, it's about overcoming those failures as fast as you can. And time is the greatest healer. And if you can make some successes through that, then it's fantastic. But in terms of where you are, you have to have that success as well. And some of those successes are not kind of financially motivated. If you can make a success of what you're doing, the finances will follow. You will earn the money, you will earn the fame, you'll earn the fortune if you're good at what you're doing. But you've got to be good at what you're doing first, and then everything else follows.